Hey everyone, it's Matt from Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. We're here on Freedom of the Seas for a weekend cruise. We are in an Aft Junior Suite. Let's check it out. This is Aft Junior Suite 7712. We'll head in. This is the main room, but let's look back at the entryway. You do come in and you have your bathroom door immediately on your right as you come in, and to the left your closet door. And of course on the back of your door you'll always have your muster information. Let's check out the main part of the room. We found this junior suite to be actually fairly sizable, especially for an Aft Junior Suite. So here's the bed area. The bed, the typical royal king, two twins that are pushed together. We found this bed to be pretty comfortable and we've slept well. You do have matching side tables on each side of the bed, and you have a small drawer and another cubby hole area underneath for storage. Of course, your phone on top. As this is a slightly older ship, you will not get power or USB ports by the bed. You do have individual lights, and one thing to point out, they also have reading lights embedded into them. So you can turn off the brighter light and turn on the reading light and turn and guide it for reading late at night. Another shot of that. Now I'll head over to the vanity and storage area. So, one thing I will call out, compared to other junior suites we've seen on these types of ships, in the Voyager and Freedom class ships, you do only have one vertical storage area. But it is a good sized one, so you'll have multiple cubby holes. You'll also have your safe here. It's a decent sized safe. You might get a smaller laptop in there. Definitely a tablet, of course, all your phones, passports, vaccination cards, etc. You also have your vanity area, which also has your drawers. There are multiple drawers available, 3 wider ones on each side. They're not super deep, but a decent enough size. You also have a interesting, looks like a writing pad, a main drawer, and the same on this side. You then have your vanity area. It is pretty large vanity area, actually. On this side, you will have your volume for your announcement channel, your European port, and then on this side, you will have 2 American ports and then your light switch for the vanity light. Of course, we have our power bricks that we use. We'll link to them up above. Then you have your mirrored area. You do have 2 fairly bright lights for either illuminating the room or putting on makeup. And then these 2 side areas do have a decent amount of storage. Not super deep, but plenty of place to put things. In this area here, from top to bottom, another storage shelf. Your TV, I believe it's 32 inches in this room. As in all suites, you have your Lavazza espresso coffee machine. And then down here is where your cooler slash fridge is. So open that up. See, we've got a couple of things in there. We did have to have this one switched out. The one that was originally in the room was not working at all. So we just asked someone and they came and took care of it, brought us another one, and it's working just fine now. So always make sure if there's something wrong in your cabin, just tell someone, they'll do their best. And then we do have a smaller storage area right here. We've put just a few of Ryan's electronics over there. Then the living area. You've got a very nice chair right here, very comfortable. And of course a table, and then the sofa. This sofa does pull out into a sleeper, so 2 kids could easily sleep on that, and that's where Ryan has been sleeping on this cruise. So let's go check out the closet next. So here is the closet. Right next to it you do have your HVAC controls, and we open the door. So compared to some other junior suites that we've been in these ships, this closet is interesting. It's not as deep, but it's longer. So you do have a lot of, it wraps around back here, tons of storage for things that you are going to hang. You also have your storage shelving. So you can see it is decently wide, though I've seen in other junior suites on these ships where this section here, there's a full other section. That's how wide those rooms go. And you actually have enough room in the closet to step inside and change or do what you have to do. But it's still, trust me, it's a plenty big. And given that Freedom right now is only doing 3 and 4 night cruises, it is more than enough storage for a cruise of that length. So I don't think, while storage might be slightly less than the typical junior suite, I don't believe storage I would consider an issue in this room. Now let's head into the bathroom. Before you head in there, you do have a floor-to-ceiling mirror, and that we head in. It's a decently sized bathroom for a junior suite, almost a little more roomy, I would say, but it is pretty much the standard configuration. You do have your single sink, you have some storage underneath, your mirror area. You do have storage on both sides. Again, storage up high, which I really appreciate given that I do carry some medication with me. I want to keep that away from our 6-year-old. The standard ship toilet, areas to hang your towels, and your bathtub, which is a full-size bathtub that you typically get in a junior suite. And you do have a shower head that has 2 different modes of water pressure. A couple of things to note about this bathroom. First, the shower. There is an incredible amount of pressure on this shower head, and you'll see we did a review of an owner's suite on this same ship about 6 months ago. Put a link to it up above. It also had incredible shower pressure, so it may just be a thing on Freedom of the Seas to have very strong water pressure in the showers. But very strong pressure, we would say, is on the dial to adjust the heat. It is very sensitive, and you can go from cold to scalding very quickly. So if you do get this room, just be a little careful adjusting that and make sure you don't burn yourself with a laser beam of water. The other thing, this is really odd to point out, but on the sink, they actually have the inlines of water reversed. So this side, which would typically be your cold water, as you can see here, you got blue and red. So you go here, you want cold water there, well that's actually hot in this sink. And then if you bring it over here to the hot side, that's actually cold in this sink. So the lines are reversed coming in, and then also interestingly, they've got the hot water line going into the toilet. So whenever you flush the toilet, it's an influx of hot water and steam, which is pretty odd. So not a deal breaker by any stretch, but just something odd to call out. Maybe we'll tell the room steward so that maybe they can get that fixed in the future. So once again, quick shot of the bathroom. Now we'll head out to the balcony. As you can see from the interior of the room, you do have a nice view with very wide windows. We'll open up the door. I'm going to apologize. We are in Nassau today, and they are working on the port, so you'll hear a little bit of construction noise in the background. But one thing that's really great about this aft balcony is the size of it. It's very deep and also fairly private. So let's see if I can get you It's hard to get the whole balcony in one shot. That's how deep it is. I will go over here in the corner. There we go. That's about the best I can do to get the whole balcony in. And I'll show you why I think it's private. For one thing, you do get a bulkhead on this side, which helps. This side, you do get the panels in between you and the next balcony. But here's the view, and it's a really, today's a tough shot because we are in port, and we do have the pier under construction. And you see we have a Lure of the Seas next to us. This is the superstructure that's on the outside of the ship on the Freedom and Voyager class ships. And it does block your view a little bit, but I'll be honest, you kind of just forget that it's there and you look right through and don't notice it. So really great view, very private, and here's why I say it's private. We're on deck 7. These are the rooms on deck 6 right below us, and as you can see, we can look right down into those rooms. So if you're down in there, people above you will be able to see whatever you're doing down there. You can see up above, we don't have that. Deck 8 right above us is directly above us and can't see us. So that's the privacy factor I was talking about. So also deck 10, you wouldn't have anybody able to see up above you, as I understand it, but decks 8 and 9, deck 10 would be able to look down on them, and 9 would be able to look down on 8. The other thing I like to call out here is a potential safety issue if you have young kids, especially ones that like to climb. As you can see, you don't have the traditional glass panel on the back here. I'm not sure why they did it differently here, but you can see we have those horizontal rails for the balcony. A small, inquisitive, climbing child could easily climb up and potentially over that, which we wouldn't want to have, and they wouldn't go overboard for sure, but no one would want to take that fall down to the next level. So something just to be aware of if you're booking this room. We've been fine with Ryan, our 6-year-old in this room. He knows not to do it. Just something to think about. So that is the balcony. I'll turn around and give you one more shot from the inside. There you are. I should have pointed out the furniture. You do have the 2 chairs and a table, and you also have room for 2 full-size loungers, which we really appreciate. We like sitting out here and reading and let the sun go by, or the sea go by, I should say. One thing also to point out, plenty of metal on the superstructure, so we can use our magnetic hooks. We'll link to that video up above. All right, I hope you enjoyed our tour of Aft Junior Suite 7712. Couple things to point out about the room. On the positive side, we have found it quite spacey for a junior suite. While there are a few storage compromises, there's still plenty of storage in this room, especially for 3 and 4 night cruises that Freedom is going on right now. And of course, we love the aft balcony view. Even with the superstructure that you get around the back of this class of ship, we still really enjoy the view out the aft. And it's also a really well-sized balcony, and it's a private balcony. So those are some of the great things about this room. Some things to call out or be concerned about. One, in the bathroom, just the very strange water situation with the reversed heat, hot and cold, and then the sensitivity of the shower. Just something to be aware of. Certainly not a deal breaker in any way. And then if you have small children, I personally might avoid this room, mainly because of what I showed you on the balcony, where there could be a climbing hazard with the vertical bars on the balcony. So those are my opinions. Don't let them be your opinions. I'm just here to, again, inform you. Here's the ultimate question. Would we stay in this room again? And I think the answer is yeah. I mean, is it by far the best room we've ever been in? No, but it's a really nice room, and we're really happy with it. If I was going to give some advice on booking an aft room on this ship, I would either book on floor 7 or floor 10. If you are on 6, 8, or 9, people will be able to look down on you, as I showed out there. So hopefully that's a tip or a piece of advice for booking on this type of ship. So that's it for today. Really hope you did. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button, and definitely check out the rest of the channel and subscribe. This is Matt from Cruises, Rooms, and Reviews. Happy cruising, everyone.